Are you manifesting the opposite of what you desire? It's a good thing, and here's why. You are not doing something wrong if you are trying to manifest a desire for the first time, but reality shows you the opposite, the negative, that just debunks your manifestation. And you're left wondering, is it working at all? Here's the truth. This is actually an important part of the manifestation process, which I'll be getting into a bit. But the reason why you experience more of what you don't want in the beginning of trying to manifest a desire is simply your brain fighting change. If you're new to our subconscious brain and psychology and how we humans are programmed, here's the basics. We as humans, our brains despise change. We love predictability. Our brains thrive off of it, want to create more of it because the unknown equals danger. And because of this survival instinct, it helped us get to where we are today in modern civilization. It helped us run away from bears, run away from predators, and avoid dangerous routes that we weren't sure of, which ensured our survival. But now it's basically just blocking you from manifesting and getting to the life that you want. For example, let's say you're trying to manifest weight loss. If you do that, you're going to end up in the beginning of manifesting it, looking on the scale, and it turns out you've gained a couple of extra pounds. Or if you're trying to manifest good grades, out of nowhere, you're going to receive your test paper back, and written on the test is an F, the worst grade you've ever got. Or if you're trying to manifest friends and a good social life, somehow, randomly, a friend texts you and says, hey, I don't really want to hang out anymore. So you were manifesting, but the opposite shows up. Because it's your brain trying to protect you in this really unique, special way of its. And our brains are very, they're funny. They are trying to protect us with the good intentions, but it actually just leads us to not getting what we want and leading miserable lives. Anyway, so, since our brains hate the unknown and love predictability, you, for probably the past 10 or 15 years, you've just run on the same programming and the same set of beliefs in your noggin. And these beliefs were probably negative. They were probably things you picked up as a kid, like I am stupid, I am not good enough, I am not rich, I am poor, blah, blah, blah. And you've believed them for so long, over years and years and years and years, that the moment you try to change that belief, change that thought pattern, so you can manifest something new, something positive in your reality, your brain fights it because it's new, it's dangerous. And the brain's defense mechanism is to just immediately pump out and manifest negative situations in the outside world to try to make you go back. That's the weird defense mechanism that our noggins have. They also, in addition to maybe manifesting external negative things happening that disprove your belief, fill you with doubt, fill you with uncertainty, like, is this actually working? Is manifestation even real? Am I doing this wrong? Am I just wasting my time? Is it hopeless for me? Am I just getting my hopes up and it's going to get crushed again? Your brain fills you with these false, wrong doubts as well. And I like to call this part the initiation stage. This is the initiation stage. This is a manifestation test that you have to pass in order to successfully receive your manifestation. This is the first part of changing your beliefs and the first part of manifesting. So if you experience things like this, it's actually a good thing. And also, later on in the video, I'll share you very, very important step-by-step things that you can do, a step-by-step toolkit that will help you pass these manifestation tests, pass these initiations when they come up. So you can just continue living in peace, continue persisting in your manifestation, and continue embodying it so you will be able to attract it and finally receive it. First of all, I just want to talk a little bit about what this exactly looks like. So let's take your brain, for example. Your brain, I want you to visualize it as a bucket, and there are a bunch of crabs in the bucket. A bunch of different colored crabs, different colored blah blah blahs. And what these crabs are your thoughts, are your beliefs. And all of them are in this bucket right here. But let's say one of the crabs wants to change, wants to be different. All the crab has really ever known is the bucket and life within the bucket, surrounded by crabs, getting poked by their pinchers, and it's very congested, super claustrophobic. So this little brave crab thinks, I want to get out of the bucket because I heard there are beaches right outside, and there's water, there's warm sand, there's sunlight, it's blissful and it's beautiful, and I want to go to the sea and I want to have fun as a real crab. So this little guy knows, okay, I need to get out of this bucket, and starts slowly crawling its way up, almost to the tip of the bucket and almost gonna get out. But here's what happens. As this little guy is trying to climb up, the other crabs in the bucket start grabbing at him with their claws and trying to pull him back down. No, they say, it's not safe. It's not safe. Don't go out. Stay with us in the bucket. And even though this little guy has hopes of manifesting something else and a new life and a new reality, the rest don't let him come out and are trying to pull him back down, pull him back down, pull him back down. And this is very, very eerily similar. I know it's a funny analogy, but this is how your brain in the beginning will try to self-sabotage you when you are manifesting something that was drastically different from the programming that you were used to. When you're trying to manifest good grades, the top grades in class, but all you've ever known was failing, was F's and C's and D's. And so, when you are in that stage of trying to crawl out of that bucket, that one singular crab represents your new thoughts, your new beliefs, your new decision to believe in a new reality that you can 100% manifest. You will face resistance from all of the previous programming, all of the previous old beliefs, trying to convince you, come back, it's not safe, come back to your old reality where everything is predictable. But how do you get past it? How does a crab get to freedom and finally get to the beach? The crab, the little guy that's still climbing up, it needs to keep going despite the resistance, keep focusing on its goal, focusing on its desire, on its new reality of getting to the lush beaches and tasting the salt water and doing whatever crabs like to do in the ocean. What do they do? Like, they just walk sideways, and I guess they eat, what do they eat? Do they eat seaweed? I don't know what they eat. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, okay. That little guy needs to keep persisting, keep going, keep its eyes on the prize, even though there's so much resistance from the other crabs. And then finally, little crab is going to jump out of the bucket, rush towards the sand, and finally be free. And once that little crab, that first crab in the bucket, is free and runs towards the water, the other crabs also then will follow. The other crabs then realize, that little guy made it out, so maybe we can too. Maybe it's safe, maybe it's okay to experience. And so they all rush out and they all go to the water, they all go to the beachside, and it just took that one little crab persisting and persisting and persisting. Now let's connect it back to our manifestations and our brains. Your first time manifesting something different from your old beliefs will, if you keep at it, if you keep focusing on the manifestation and not getting deterred and by the outside world and the negative opposite things it might show you, keeping at it will then lead to the other beliefs, the other old patterns, the other programming to support and then mold and then trust in the new programming. Once you do it enough times, your whole entire brain will change its programming, will change its code to align with the one that matches your desired reality. For example, if you are in the process of manifesting weight loss, if you are manifesting and then you're doing everything, you're in a positive state, you feel good, blah, 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 you're doing your affirmations, you're in a state of wish fulfilled. You go to your weight scale, you stand on it, and then bam, you weigh like what, 10 pounds extra. And that is gonna shake you up a bit if you don't know that this is a normal part of manifestation. You're gonna feel shaken up, you're gonna feel all these doubts, you're gonna feel like, what? I did all of this, but why is reality showing me the opposite? And most likely, most people, what they do is they give up and they go back to their old reality because they don't see proof that it's working. And this is the reason why so many people fail to get their desires. They see something in the external world that shows them proof, and then they accept it. They say, okay, things aren't working. I'm going back to my bucket of crabs. I'm going back to the bucket, and I'm staying in the bucket, safe and sound. That's it. And nothing will ever change if you choose to go back to your old reality. Nothing will. You either have two choices. You can either be the crab, the little crab that starts to climb out and then comes back in to the bucket because it's not worth it. Oh my God, it's not working, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, you just stay in the bucket forever. You stay in your old reality forever. Or you choose to be the little crab that climbs out and then keeps going, even with everyone pulling it back down, and then jumps out finally and then rushes towards the beach. You have the choice between persisting and focusing on your new reality continuously, even if you see the opposite, or just give up. Those are the only two choices that you have. And this is a normal part of manifestation. Everyone experiences it. I've experienced it as well. It is completely normal. Do not worry your little noggin, okay? Oh my goodness, I really wish I knew this sooner, honestly. Like, the reason why I even made this video was because it's something I wish my past self had. Something I wish I knew sooner. Because I feel like a lot of people, when they start learning about manifestation, they don't immediately see results. And then they go back to their old reality, their old negative, depressing reality where they don't have their desires, they feel insecure, they don't think they're good enough, and they just feel hopeless that life isn't this wonderful game. Life is just a prison, and they're here to be punished or something. But that is not true at all. Okay, that is not true at all. I don't blame you if maybe you realize, like, wait a minute, I had a test like this, but I failed it and I went back to my old reality. I don't blame you if you did fail a test like that, okay? Because the universe will keep sending you tests, God will keep sending you tests until you finally pass one, which will lead to you finally changing. Because for me personally, I'm just going to be honest. When I was manifesting, traveling to my desired country, I had like a lot of these tests where the outside world would show me something that was basically, in my eyes, proof that my manifestation wasn't working. Like let's see, let me try to think of an example. I don't know, like I would get an email that whatever the documents that I needed, the visa that I needed was still in progress, no results, blah, blah, blah. And then I would get people and friends telling me like, oh no, you can't go here. It's too difficult to get a visa and all. It's too complicated. And then I let all of that really solidify my old belief that it's too hard to move. Else I can't move. I can't travel to my desired country. And then I went back to that old reality and that old set of thought patterns. Until I finally did pass these tests. That's when my manifestation picked up, and that's when I finally attracted it, and I'm now living in my desired country. So, how do you actually pass these tests? How do you do it? Okay. Well, you pass these tests basically by becoming aware of them and continuing to choose and be in a state of wish fulfilled and continue embodying your manifestation state. what does that look like? I'm not going to be vague with this, okay? I'm going to give you clear details on what that looks like. So, how do you embody the state of wish fulfilled, and how do you keep choosing your new reality, even in the face of the external world showing you nothing, showing you the opposite? It's really easy. All you do to embody the state of wish fulfilled is to give yourself the feeling of already having your desire. I wrote this down. I'm reading it word for word because this is really important and I want you to understand it. Give yourself the feelings of already having your desire and be normal about it. How would you feel if this desire that you want of weight loss, of getting an extremely good grade, winning an award, getting a certain career, manifesting a partner, manifesting travel, manifesting a house, whatever, money, fitness, clothes, anything, how would it feel if it was as normal as you having a mouth, nose, and ears? How would it feel if you already had that desire for like 2 years now? It would feel extremely normal. It would feel extremely like relaxing. You would feel secure about it. Like, yeah, I have a nose, and yeah, I make this much money a month. That's normal. That's like non-negotiable. That's a truth in my reality. And that's the feeling that I want you to embody, to just feel throughout your day. Like, let's take an example. If you're trying to manifest physical beauty, what you do is basically you just feel how it would be like. The relaxation, the security, the just, yeah, the obviousness of already being beautiful. So if you were already a supermodel, how would you just live your life? Like, you know, with 100% certainty, I'm a supermodel, I'm gorgeous. That feeling of just, I don't even know how to describe it fully, but it's such a relaxing feeling of normal. And yeah, it's already done. And the best way I can describe it is to just think about you and your nose. Like, you know that you have a nose with 100% certainty. Or think about you and your hair color. You know that you have black hair, blonde hair, brown hair, pink hair, whatever. You know it's 100% your truth. It's non-negotiable, without a doubt, that you have a nose. And you're not like obsessed and freaking out like, oh my God, I have a nose. Oh my God, I feel so happy I have a nose. I am so grateful I have a nose. Instead of doing your wish fulfilled like that, you're like, yeah, I have a nose. What's next? And that's a very, 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 very powerful state of being to feel. When you see your desire as normal, instead of, when me in the past, I was guilty of this, instead of, whenever you like imagine your desire, you feel so positive and like, oh my God, oh, this is amazing. Like you're in this like super high emotion of, whoa, this is so new, this is so cool. I'm so excited that I have this, blah, blah, blah. Instead of being like that, instead of like being super excited, like, oh my God, this is so new, and feeling like your desire is something new and big and crazy, when you see your desire as something that's just so normal and small and like, okay, yeah, what's next? Then that energy is a powerful energy of detachment, which is crucial in the manifestation process, which is going to magnetize your desire to you. And now, just give yourself permission to feel whatever feelings that you want to receive from that desire. Because the truth is, you want the feelings that the desire can give you. You don't want the desire itself. You want the feelings, the potential feelings that it can give you. And just let yourself have those feelings now. And that is what will actually really start magnetizing it to you. You can't be in a state of lack and attract your desire. So, your goal is to basically be in this state of wish fulfilled as long as you can throughout your day-to-day life until literally the moment you wake your eyes, whoops, a little messy, but I can't talk today. Anyways, the moment you wake up and you open your eyes, you're instantly in that state of wish fulfilled. You're instantly in the state of just feeling like you already have your desire the moment you wake, the moment you open your eyes. I keep messing this up. And this is what it looks like. In the beginning, you will have to consciously force yourself to feel these emotions, and they might feel a little new. They won't feel like something you're used to. It's going to feel a little different and unusual in your body, a little strange. But as you keep getting used to it, as you keep training yourself to feel normal about your desire and feel like you already have it, your body will learn and your brain will learn this new set of energy, this new piece of programming. And as you keep doing it over and over and over again, like you're lifting weights at the gym and you're building muscle, that you're building your manifestation muscle, you're going to get so used to it that automatically your body will just put you in this state of wish fulfilled. And when you're in the state for like 80%, 90% of your day, you've achieved it. Your desire is inevitable. And you're going to wake up instantly feeling like you're in that state already. And this is so powerful. So powerful. And it feels so good. Literally the state, I'm currently in this state right now for one of my big manifestations, and it just feels incredible. It feels amazing. And this is the state I was in for also my past manifestations as well. Like my desired country. Like I would literally just wake up and then bam, I was in that state. And throughout my entire day, I was literally in that state for so long. So in the beginning, maybe like you consciously are in that state for, let's say, 5 minutes per day. And then you consciously do that for 5 minutes, and then you kind of forget. You kind of go back to your old thought patterns. You go back to your old identity. But then as you keep like training this muscle, it'll get stronger, and then maybe you'll be in that state for 10 minutes a day, and then 30 minutes a day, and then an hour a day, and then your entire day you'll be in the state of wish fulfilled. So now let's get into the next section, which is step by step passing these manifestation tests. Step by step, what do you do if you see something externally happen that freaks you out, that is not what you want, and completely crushes you and completely fills you with doubt and completely makes you overwhelmed, and you hate manifestation and you just are just so frustrated. Like, why did this happen? This is like you getting a bill when you're trying to manifest money, and that bill is higher than all the bills that you've had to pay in the past. Anyways, remember again, number 1 is to become aware that this is a trigger. And I define triggers as basically things that happen in your external world that make you go back to your old identity, and they usually come in with a strong surge of negative emotions like grief, fear, anger, shame, etc. And these triggers are basically also doubts, and they make you feel like your manifestation isn't working. Number 1 is to become aware of this trigger and understand, really integrate. You have 2 choices: either go back to your old identity or pass it and get to your new, incredible, desired reality. Once you're aware of it, because awareness is everything, if you get caught up in the emotions and you go back to your old reality, then you got to become aware of it and come back, okay? You just got to become aware of it so you can choose differently. Otherwise, your old autopilot set of programming will make you run back to the old. Now, these next 2 steps are in particular if you face high surges of negative emotions from the external world not showing you what you want to see. And if you are experiencing these high surges of negative emotions, don't worry, I got you. I'll teach you how to deal with them and let go of them effectively, because I had to learn this all on my own, but I want to share it with you today. If you experience these intense emotions after you get triggered, such as you manifesting weight loss, stepping on the scale, seeing a weight that you didn't want to see, and immediately feel shame and hopelessness and grief, and it's so overwhelming, you're scared, you're afraid, and you're anxious, and you almost get into like a panic attack, even though it's like a really, really small thing. The second step is to allow yourself to let these feelings flow in your body. Number 1, Become aware of it. Become aware that you are triggered. Become aware that you have all these feelings that you need to process. Number 2 is to actually allow these feelings to flow through your body and breathe. Notice where it is. Visualize it as energy in a particular part of your body. Give it a color, give it a texture, give it a feeling. Is it in your throat, your chest, your stomach? Notice it all. And then allow yourself to feel it. Suppressing these feelings when they come up is going to instantly fail you in this test, okay? You're going to instantly fail this manifestation test if you suppress your emotions, if you suppress the negative emotions the trigger gives you. Because letting go of your emotions, the only way to do it is by feeling it, is by allowing it to flow through you. Suppressing these negative emotions stores them in your body and will dysregulate your nervous system. When your nervous system is dysregulated, your body will feel unsafe. And you know, right? When your body feels unsafe, your body tries to protect itself from anything new, from anything that's unknown, from anything that is not predictable. And the more your nervous system is unsafe, the more you will find it difficult to manifest and believe in a reality that you truly desire but is new. Because your own body is self-sabotaging you. Punch a pillow, cry, express your emotions. Now, the next step number 3, this is very powerful, by the way, really, really powerful, and I don't want you to skip this, is to just sit with yourself after you punch a pillow, you cry, do whatever you need to do, and imagine a younger version of you just trying to protect you, just trying to feel safe, feel loved. And this is your inner child. Your brain is not the enemy for trying to protect you from your desired reality. Your brain is doing it from a place of love, from a place of wanting to keep you safe again from being hurt. Because in the past, chances are you've been hurt. Maybe you've gotten your hopes up, you've been disappointed. And your younger self, your inner child, just wants you to feel safe and protected and doesn't want to feel hurt again. And that's why they're desperately trying, that little girl, little boy, whoever it is desperately trying to tell you, go back to our old reality, go back. We're not good enough. We're stupid. We can't ever get good grades. We're always going to be overweight. We're never going to have that dream body of ours. We'll never make money. We can never be a musician. We can never have the career that we want. We're always doomed to a life like this because it's safe, because it's all we've ever known. So let's just stay here, please. I'm scared, is what your inner child is trying to tell you. So what I want you to do is not look at your inner child and be like, be quiet, shut up. No, you can't feel that way. Don't say that to your inner child, okay? I want you to just sit with them and just visualize or imagine yourself holding them. Have compassion for that younger version of you just trying to protect you from being hurt. Love them and let them talk. Hear them out. Let yourself just say what's been on your mind. Like, why are you so afraid? What is going on? And let that younger version of you just tell you what they need to say. Just sit with them, hug them, give them compassion and love. And when you feel soothed, and eventually your inner child will smile at you and thank you for being with them and thank you for hearing them out. You'll tell them, don't worry, we are safe. We are protected. Everything will be okay. We deserve a life better than this, and that's why I want to give it to you by manifesting this new reality. This new reality where we're so confident in our dream body and we're so happy and we're walking with a smile on our face and we're so healthy. I want to give you this new reality of wealth, of abundance, instead of being stuck in limiting cycles of poverty. Tell your inner child you understand it and you'll protect them. You'll keep them safe and you guys are safe when you are manifesting this new desire of yours. And then afterwards, self-soothe, do whatever you have to, and then continue to embody your state of wish fulfilled. This is step number 4. Return. Return back to your new wish fulfilled state. Continue feeling those emotions of your new reality. Continue doing that. Choose it over and over and over and over again. So this is how you effectively process a trigger briefly. And we go really in depth in my program, The Co-Creator's Path. We go really in depth on handling triggers, identifying them, and processing them for true fulfillment and peace. So if you want to check it out, you can click the first link in the description below. But bottom line is that you keep choosing your new reality over and over and over again. And triggers, they will come up. Even multiple times they might come up. But as you keep passing them, the less and less they'll show up, and eventually they'll just, boom, they'll stop. They'll stop showing up. And now we're going to get into the next topic, which you've probably been eagerly waiting for. How long will it take for me to get results? How long is it going to take for me to actually manifest this desire of mine? And is it working? How do I know it's working? And why is nothing showing up yet? This is a question that's probably been on your mind, and I'll be giving you advice that I've never really talked about on this channel. Only briefly, I've mentioned it a couple of times, but this analogy is life transformational. So remember it and integrate it into your bones. And the next time you ever have doubts about manifestation, this will ease it all, and this is going to be your anchor in that storm. This is a subconscious garden analogy. I want you to understand that we have two parts of our brains, the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious is only 10%. The subconscious is 90%. The conscious brain is basically like the thoughts you're thinking right now that you see in your head. And your subconscious brain is the deep 90% part of your brain that you are not aware of and is running your reality on autopilot. That is manifesting majority of the things that you see around you. And your subconscious brain doesn't respond to positive or negative, doesn't respond particularly to good and bad. Whatever you tell it, it will accept, it will believe, and it will manifest in your reality. A quick crash course on our conscious and subconscious brain by yours truly. And our subconscious brain is what is responsible for reality creation. And I want you to think of it as a garden. So your subconscious brain is this vast, beautiful garden. And whenever you believe in a conscious thought, such as a belief like, I am stupid, or I am wonderful, or I am worthy, I am unworthy, your subconscious brain takes a seed that is basically that thought and plants it in the soil of your mind. It doesn't care if the seed is a positive one that will sprout into a beautiful flower like I am worthy of love. It doesn't care if the seed is a negative or positive one, whatever. Whatever your conscious mind believes as the truth is immediately a seed that your subconscious mind plants in the garden. And here's the kicker. As you repeatedly, over time, keep affirming a certain thought, a certain belief, a certain truth, as you keep affirming it, as you keep persisting in it and believing it's the truth, you see experiences, and over time, you keep affirming that it's true, the more and more and more and more and more you grow that plant, you grow that seed in your subconscious garden. So let's say as a child, one day you were told that you're stupid. And you take that as true. You believe it's true and you think it's the truth. That's what younger you truly had no choice but to believe. And so it plants in your garden. And then you go to school as a kid. And then more things happen which make you feel like you're stupid. Maybe you forgot to tie your shoelaces and you trip on the ground. And then you look at that incident and you think, okay, this is proof that I am stupid. And when you reaffirm it through that experience, you water that plant in your subconscious garden. Your subconscious is like your most loyal gardener, okay? Your most loyal gardener always waters and takes care of the plants which you unknowingly tell it to. And then you bloom it a little bit, that weed, that little ugly plant of I'm stupid, it starts to grow out of the soil. And 5 years later, you've kept affirming it and affirming it and affirming it. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm stupid, I'm stupid, I'm stupid, I'm stupid. And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually, that seed, since it grew so big, It is going to do the work of manifesting more situations in your external reality to confirm that seed, to confirm that new plant, that big, huge tree that you've grown. And that tree is going to bear fruit, right? It's going to bear fruit. So since you grew that belief so big, it's going to start to give you fruit, which is poisonous and toxic, and is basically the reality equivalent of will manifest a lot of situations that prove you're stupid. Like getting bad grades, or completely forgetting something that was super important, or accidentally saying the wrong thing at the wrong time in a very inappropriate conversation, or whatever. And, wait, what was I going to say? Let me see. Yes. So that tree will manifest a lot of proof in your reality. And now, let's say you're trying to plant a new positive truth seed to reap fruit from. And the same person that was for a majority of their life believing that they're dumb, believing that they're not good enough, they want to plant the new seed and manifest feelings of confidence and manifest feelings of status. So they plant that seed in their garden. It's itty bitty, but their subconscious mind, the loyal gardener as ever, digs the soil a little bit and then plants it and then waters it. And here's what most people do. They make the mistake of being disappointed when they just plant that seed for one day and immediately they don't see any results in their reality. This might have been you. This was me. I planted a new seed for the first time. I just watered it once, and then I expected to immediately see fruit come out, immediately see drastic, crazy transformation in my reality. But I put so much work into growing those negative beliefs that this positive seed didn't even have a chance to even really sink its roots deep down in my brain yet, in my subconscious garden yet. So think about it this way and realize that when you don't see immediate proof, it doesn't mean your manifestation's not working. It is actually working, okay? You just can't see it yet because it's a tiny little sapling, not a big tree. But when you keep watering it, glug, 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 when you keep watering it by doing your wish fulfilled practice, getting your body used to the emotions of already having your desire, that's the water to keep growing that positive seed. And eventually, once you water it enough times, once you get your body used to that feeling, and once you just feel it really deeply, the moment you wake up, instantly you're in that state of already having your desire. That seed will blah, 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 sprout into a huge positive tree and bear fruit, and your reality will transform incredibly. And here's the thing as well. You cannot have a positive seed and a conflicting negative seed grow at the same time. You need to choose one, okay? Choose one. You cannot believe that you're wealthy and also believe that you're poor at the same time. You cannot believe you're beautiful and ugly at the same time. It doesn't really work that way. And you can only choose one to water. And the best part is, the more you focus on watering that new positive seed by practicing your state of wish fulfilled, you will stop watering those old trees, those old beliefs, those negative ones, and they will wither away. They will wither away and completely disappear over time. And this is like just a beautiful way to think about it. A beautiful, simple way to think about manifestation. And think about programming new beliefs in your head. You're just growing beautiful flowers in your garden when you plant a new seed, as long as you keep believing in those seeds. And instead of like looking at your seed in the ground and you're like, oh my God, it's been 24 hours. Why are you not growing yet? Why is there no fruit? I paid for this tree. Why is it not here yet? I want bananas. I want this in my reality. Why are you not growing? And you're just yelling at that seed and just, you keep checking if it's working, but you're not even, blah, blah, blah. You're not even practicing your state of wish fulfilled. You're just planting the seed, digging it up. Is it working? I don't know if it's working. And then you put it back down. You put some dirt on it. And then the next day you come back, you pick it up and you're like, is it working? I have no idea. Just trust the process. Trust that it's working, okay? Enjoy the process of this manifestation. And now, let's see. Okay, so I've talked about everything that I wanted to talk about, except maybe there's one more thing. Wait, let me see. Oh, right. Disclaimer. When you're planting that new seed in the beginning of your manifestation journey, that manifestation process, that new belief, it will be quite difficult to keep persisting in watering that seed, okay? It'll be difficult, but just get through it, pass the tests, and then that seed will bloom, and then the old trees, the old beliefs in your garden will wither away. So don't worry about it. Yes, you might feel more tempted actually to go and water the old negative beliefs because you're so used to it, and it's easier to water a tree that's already like grown big, and it's easier to care for something that's already grown big and already bears fruit rather than like care for a new young sapling. Those take more effort to do, but trees take less effort. So you're going to feel tempted. Okay, it's easier to go back to my old belief, so maybe I should go back. But fight against it. Choose the hard decision to keep persisting in your new reality, keep your state of wish fulfilled. And I also have a video on how to actually enjoy the process of manifestation and enjoy the process of watering the seed and waiting for it to bloom instead of constantly just staring at it and looking at it, you know? So you can check that video out if you want to learn more to enjoy the process. And as a little parting gift, I just want to give you a free identity shifting worksheet that you can check out in the description to get clear on who the version of you is that already has your desire and feel like it's already normal to be that version of you, because identity shifting and creating a new identity for yourself is a great way to help your brain finally make the shift and change into manifesting your desire. And it's easier once you have a clear idea of what that version of you looks like. Anyways, the last thing I want to mention is that if anything I've talked about resonates with you and you feel called to learn more, you can check out my Mindset and Habits Masterclass, aka the Co-Creator's Path, first link on my page to learn